Hi, Gemini. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on between you and your person for the 11th through the 17th of August. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to start out with some oracle cards. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell you for Gemini Spirit. Okay. Okay. The oracle card that fell is control. So that's what your person is wanting to do with you, Gemini. They want to control you. All right. Let's start by let's pull some tarot and see what what else Spirit wants to tell you. Woo. All right. Okay, so we've got the Moon, the Three of Wands, okay, and we have the High Priestess. Okay, so your person is trying to pull the wool over your eyes with this High Priestess, this Pisces energy. Okay, you may feel like, to them, you may feel unattainable to them with the High Priestess is what I'm getting. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of mystery around you now because a lot of you are not dealing with this divine masculine anymore, and I feel like, you know, there's a lot of mystery surrounding you. Okay, so what I feel like they're doing under the guise of the Moon, which is Cancerian energy and Pisces energy. So you got Pisces twice. So your person may have Pisces placements, or you may have. What I feel like they're trying to do is they're plotting. They're plotting how they can manifest a do-over with you with this Three of Wands. So they've already set something in motion, and I feel like they're waiting for their ships to come in with this Three of Wands. Okay, let's clarify. Moon, Three of Wands. Okay. High Priestess. The Moon. Three of Wands. High Priestess. Okay, here we go. All right. So yeah, you've been isolating yourself, Gemini. I feel like, you know, you were completely torn down and gutted by what happened in this connection. Okay, this person took off their mask, or the mask slipped, and I feel like they showed you who they truly are, because they were trying to hide themselves from you with this Moon card. Okay, this person is wanting to reconcile with you, just as I said, but it's an attempt at them keeping control over you. It's not a genuine reconciliation. This is not based on just true and genuine feelings. This is totally about control, about them getting what they want from you. Okay, let me clarify it because I want to make sure, you know, let Spirit elaborate on this for you. One moment. Reconciliation. Yeah, see, ghosting and silencing. Okay, so what this person is planning on doing is trying to get you back in the fold, so to speak. And once you're back, okay, and they feel like they've exerted control over you, because this person feels like when they ran away from you, they had some type of control over you, and they stayed away purposefully. Okay, ghosted and silenced you purposely so that they could try to keep this control over you. They wanted attention. They wanted you to chase them, and when you didn't do that, now, you know, now they're angry, and now they're coming after you to try to get you to think that they're wanting to reconcile with you, when that's not what it is. They're trying to get you back under whatever it is, you know, whatever guise they felt like they had you under before, whatever, oh gosh, what's the word? Like they feel like they had you like hypnotized or something like that, because you love them and you have feelings for them, and now they're trying to make you think that what they really want is reconciliation, but that's not what it is. I feel like they either want to give you the D, they want to give you the P, because look at this person. Look at the puppet in the thing. Look how they're covering themselves up. They're covering up their breast area, they're covering up their heart, and they're also covering up, you know, their private parts, it looks like, right? So I feel like this person, you know, you've stopped the access to their heart, to your heart, and you stop giving them access to the other, you know, your private parts. And I feel like they are trying to get you to open yourself back up to them. Okay. And that's why this so-called reconciliation is going on, but that's not what's really happening. They want to get you back under control, under their control, so that they can go back to ghosting and silencing you, because they want you to run after them again, because this person is an attention whore. They're an attention seeker. They'll go after whoever they can to try to get attention from whoever they can, and they feel like you were an easy mark and they're trying to do it again. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the Three of Wands, like I said, they've already tried to set something in motion. I feel like they may have tried to manifest you coming back towards them, you know, coming after them, and it didn't work. And because it didn't work, now they're at a crossroads. They have to make a decision on what it is that they want to do. If they are they going to continue down this road? Are they going to try another plan? Are they going to go back, you know, out in the streets with the other options that they have? Because they do have other options. Okay. This is not about them trying to get you back because there's nobody else. They're trying to get you back because they want to keep you under their thumb. Okay. Okay. So this is a test. Okay. Its spirit is telling you this is about you learning to find your voice and learning how to use it to let this person know that, you know, you're not going to allow this shit anymore, is what spirit is saying. Okay. This is also about you seeing this person for who they are. And I feel like you do see, you know, see them for who they are. That's why you've isolated yourself from them, Gemini. But this person is very sneaky. They're very, like I said, very controlling. You know, they to them, relationships or anything that they have, any type of situationships they have with people, to them, it's all about control. Because I feel like this person may have felt out of control growing up in their lives, and they're trying to now regain that control that they've never had. They felt like they never had when they were younger, by trying to dominate the people around them. Okay. All right. So like I said, with the High Priestess, this is spirit telling you to listen to your intuition. Okay. Like I said, it's Pisces energy. You feel, you know, to this person, you are like a trophy to them. Okay. And when I feel like when you, they feel like they got you the first time, I feel like this person went around and boasted and gossiped to everybody about this, you know, quote unquote conquest. Because I feel like for a lot of you, you wanted to love this person, but this person wasn't about that. This person is about partying, they're about drinking, they're about attention seeking, and again, they are about control. Okay. So yeah, see, they got low self-esteem. I've told you this several times. They have massive self-worth issues. They don't like themselves. Okay. They sit and they question, like at night when they're thinking about you at night, they're like, why does Gemini, you know, love me? Why do they feel that way about me? Because to them, they can't see what, you know, the things that you can see about them. Okay. And so they question why you're even in their lives. Okay. And because, like I told you, they wanted to punish you for being the thing that they you know, they manifested, because you manifested them, they manifested you, and you were everything they wanted. And it was like that self-sabotaging energy that they were in, that egoic and prideful energy. They wanted to break you down because they, you know, they were in the scornful energy about you being everything it was they wanted, because, you know, it scared them when you showed up in their lives. Okay. So see, this is what they want you to do. They want you to chase them. And so that's what they're trying to do. The spirit is just pretty much second, you know, they're seconding what I'm saying. They're letting you know that this is what is going on. This is what they want you to do. They're trying to get back in. Okay. Re-exert that control, or whatever control they, you know, they think they were, you know, they had over you, and they're trying to get you to chase them. Okay. So it's about, was it painful and overwhelming energy of wanting to connect with your twin so badly it consumes you, finding yourself becoming relentless in the pursuit of your twin. So that's what they're trying to get you back in, that energy where you're longing and you're hurting and you're upset. And like I said, nobody that truly cares about you is gonna put you in an energy like this. A person that wants to be in your life and really loves you is going to try to add to you. They're going to try to boost your value. Okay. Even if they see you as a trophy, there's good, I feel like there's good trophies and there's bad trophies. I feel like with this person, they're trying to tear you down because they feel like you're on some type of, they got you on some type of pedestal in their mind, and they want to bring you down to their level. Okay. But new love, the people that are coming towards you, they're going to want to boost you, add value to your life, make your life easier. This is how you know the difference between somebody that really loves you and somebody that just loves their fucking self. Okay. All right. All right. We're going to get some other cards from Spirit. Okay. Okay. See what I told you? This person likes to party. They may like to drink. Okay. This person is all about doing whatever they can to make sure that the mask they wear stays on their face, and to keep you in the land of illusion. They try to build these castles in the sky, telling you, oh, I want to be in love, and I want us to get married, and I want this and I want that. But while they're sitting in this energy we're talking about, this is who they really are. Okay. This is talking about them having fun, being happily single, time with friends. They don't want a relationship, Gemini. They want to just keep you around, try to control you, have you chasing them, so that they can go and boast and say, oh, well, I got it. I got her, or I got him. I got my trophy. And this is what's happening. I did this. I did this. I did that. They want to gossip about the situation, and laugh and do all this crazy stuff. Okay. All right. Ooh. So we've got coffin here. All right. Because I feel like you're ascending. You're moving on. You're going to a new phase. You're pulling your energy away from this person. You're trying to focus on yourself. And I feel like, this learning and expansion that you're going through with this ascension, you're pulling your energy away from this person, and they can no longer siphon off of you. Like I told you, you were both feeding off of each other's energy. But I feel like when you pulled back, you left this person at a deficit, because I feel like your energy tasted better than anything they've ever tasted before, because it's the love. The two of you are twins. You're two halves of the same soul, even though you're whole people on your own. I'm not saying you're half a person, you're a whole person. But this person is like obsessed and addicted to the taste of like feeding off of you. And I feel like what they're doing is, I feel like when you left, if there's a card, let me see if I can find this card. Ooh. You might have seen this card before. I may have shown it to you before. Hold on 1 second. Okay, we're back. I found the card. This card from this deck, this Five of Pentacles. Look at the Five of Pentacles. Look at this person. Look at how they feel. I may have shown you this before, but this is what Spirit is telling me to show you. Look at how this person is like locked in this room. They feel like they can't get out, but there's a key. There's a key right here. They can get out. But this is the energy that they're in, because you pulled your energy back. It's like they don't have any energy left. It's like they're deflated. Everything's going wrong in their life. They're fighting with their karmic, the person they're in the other relationships with. They're doing all this stuff. There's like a lot of fallout that's happening in their lives because of the way that they treated you, and the karma that they're reaping because of that. Okay. So you are moving on. Okay. You're moving towards a new phase, right? You're putting this, I feel like you're trying to bury what happened between the two of you, but you have to make sure that you heal it first before you bury it, because feelings that are buried alive never die. Okay. So you want to put this to bed the proper way, so that you can, when you distance yourself from this person, you move away from them for good, you don't have to worry about, any residual stuff coming up because you didn't put it away properly. Okay. So this is talking about, transitioning. Let me try it again. Transitioning. And it's also talking about a tragic ending. Okay. Because I feel like a lot of you may be lost right now, because you felt like this was the person you were supposed to be with. You thought you and this person were going to have this long-term, amazing, grounded, stable relationship. And this is what ended up happening. Okay. Because this person is not ready. Okay. So I feel like this person at some point is going to come back towards you, okay? Like I told you, and want to reconcile, okay? But they're trying to do it under the guise of, they love you. They had an epiphany. They realized that, an illumination, and they realized that you are the person that they need, they're supposed to be with, and so on and so forth. But what you got to understand is they still out in those streets. They still hearing the call of the streets. They're out there partying. And like I said, putting your life possibly in danger if you're being sexually active with this person. So you got to be careful, okay? Be careful, Gemini, all right? So Spirit is telling you that this is a teaching moment. This is something to be learned from. And then it says someone is trying to cut the energetic tie and avoid their sole responsibility. So like I said, the two of you had a soul contract, and this person is not keeping up their end of the bargain. And now they are being, punished by the karma that they've reaped from what they've sown in this situation. Okay. And so they're trying to shirk their responsibility, all the while trying to pull the wool over your eyes and make you think that this is what they want. Like I told you, I got to keep showing you the card because I got to make sure I drive this point home, when this is what they really want. Okay. They want the control. And if I had a card that said attention, I would have that card too, because this person, that's what they thrive off of. Like I said, I don't know if they had some type of, when they were a child, they something must have happened in their home life. They must have been unstable. Something like that happened to them. And because of that, this person, that's what they live for. It's for people. I guess they must have got overlooked, or they may have fallen through the cracks, something to that effect. Because of that, this person is obsessed with controlling the narrative and getting that attention from people. Okay. But as Spirit is saying at the bottom of this deck, spiritual work, much work is to be done on an individual spiritual and soul level. Okay. So until this person does this work, they're going to continue to show up in this crazy energy. All right. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Let me get some messages from your person. Although I don't know if y'all even want to hear what they got to say at this point. But Spirit is trying to remind you, like I said, you're an adult at the end of the day, Gemini, and you can do whatever it is you want. But Spirit is advising you to leave this person alone. Don't allow them to play these games with you, because, like I said, that's all it is. It's a game. They're going to try to, build them castles in the air and make you think that it's all this and it's all that, and it's not. Okay? Look, what did I tell you? I'm always talking about you to my friends. I told you, when they're trying to, they're probably telling their friends, oh, I had them and this and that, and now they're gone. I'm gonna get them back. You watch me. And it's like some type of, I don't know, rite of passage for this person. Okay. You're like I said, you're like one of many notches on this person's belt. Okay. And I know you don't want to hear that. I didn't want to hear it for, about my person either, but this is what's going on with this person. Okay. And then it says, you telling me your true feelings means more to me than you'll ever know. Like I said, lies. All they're worrying about is getting their needs met. They don't care if they ever meet your needs. Okay. Because if they did, they wouldn't be doing the things that they're doing. Okay. And then look, I'm ready. I don't want to fight this anymore. They have all these things that they're going to be telling you. They miss what y'all had in the past. Life without you is meaningless. Anything to try to get into here. Okay. To try to get into your mind so they can re-exert that control. And then here we go. I feel foolish when I see how immature I was in the past. So they're going to be pulling out that violin, playing all them damn songs. And so Spirit is trying to warn you so that you don't get blindsided by this person. Okay. All right. So we're going to get some romance stars, oracle cards, and see what Spirit wants to tell you. Okay, so we've got spiritual awakening. Your partner is sensing that there is something profoundly important about this connection. Okay, but they're not doing anything about it. It doesn't matter what they recognize if they're not doing anything about it. And then we've got getting to know each other. Enjoys discovering new commonalities, goals, and dreams as you get to learn more about each other. Like I said, this person may be under the guise and they may try to invite you out for a date. They may try to, want to talk to you on the phone or some kind of something, to make you think that this is what they're wanting to do. Like, they're wanting to, just heal things between the two of you so you can move forward, but that's not what this is about, okay? And Spirit is saying main attraction. Someone can't keep their eyes off you. You are the leading star. You are the center of attention. This person thinks about you a lot. Like I said, they talk about you to their friends. You are like something unattainable. You are a trophy to this person. And this is someone who wants to win at all costs. But winning to them is getting their needs met without having to meet yours, okay? All right, Gemini, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Gemini.